Hello my lovely butterflies. Today I will be sharing my room tour. I just moved in May and I wanted to give you guys a look at how cool my room turned out. I am so happy with it. It is where my inspiration sparks and I feel really happy in here. So I'm just going to show you a couple of things that I did to my room and how I gave it a lot of fun and flair with items I found at the thrift store or on clearance, and I just made them work. So look at my bed. How cute are these pillows? Oh my gosh, I love them. So these two pillows with the one over there in the corner, they came with the comforter. And the comforter, I was looking for a very whimsical, fun type of comforter, not very adult-like, and I found this at HomeGoods in the kids section and I really love it. HomeGoods has a lot of beautiful, whimsical, out of the box kind of comforters in the kids section, and I love them. And of course it has butterflies and the colors were just perfect for my color scheme. And so this pillow here in the back, I also found it at HomeGoods for like 16 bucks or so, and I love it. I thought it was like the perfect complement for this, and it was so dainty, and with the sequins it sparkles. And then of course this unicorn I found at Michael's for $5, so that was a score. This is the bed from IKEA. I don't remember the name of it, but most of you know it because a lot of people have this bed. And on the back of the on the front of the headboard, I hung up these little twinkle lights that I got at Target after Valentine's Day. So it was, I think they were 50 cents or so. So I scored on those, and they give off the most beautiful warm blue light at night. You probably won't be able to see it right now, but it's so cute and I love them, and I thought they were just perfect right there. Up here I made this beautiful little Dreamcatcher. It was the first time I ever tried making one. It was a little bit more complicated than I had anticipated, but it was definitely fun, and I loved how it turned out, and I definitely want to make more. And then on this side, this is my little craft corner. In that closet is all my crafts supplies. Here I keep a bunch of paper pads in these little storage bins from IKEA, and that's my desk right there with my stuff. I'm not gonna get too much into depth about my desk right now because I want to make a separate video on my craft corner, as I call it. So if you want to see that, give this video a thumbs up. That way I will know that you guys are interested. And these little hanging fans, if you've seen some of my hauls, I actually hauled this in one of my videos, and I had bought it when it was $5, but then I found a pack for like $2.49 for the 3 of these. So I hung up a set here, and I love how it looks. The butterflies, those are decals from Dollar Tree, and I thought they look perfect. The colors are perfect, and I love how they look on the door. I love this little frame. It's from Dollar Tree, and the colors are just beautiful. Purples, pinks, blues, very subtle and pastel, just like I like. And if you see that little sheer fabric, I had hauled that. No, I never hauled that, but I actually, one of my Joann's in my local area was closing, and I scored big on a bunch of fabric. So of course I went for like the fabric that I love, which is like, this has a sort of a holographic satiny feel to it, and it's just totally up my alley. So I bought a bunch of tulle and fabrics that I would definitely use. For example, the curtains, it's hard to see because it's really bright, but the curtains are like a tulle fabric, and they have glitter on it, and so at night when the light catches it, it's so pretty. It's just a shimmer, and I love how that looks. I love it. So I did the same thing here, and I really didn't stress too much about, I did not want to have to drill more holes up there, so I just used this tension rod and I wrapped it around it just to make it easy. And you know, if whenever I do decide to pick up and move, I can remove it easily and not worry about the holes. Oh, I hauled this for like around Easter. This was one of the bunnies, and I had said I was going to use it for earrings, and this is how it looks. How adorable is that? So all of my cool earrings are there. And then this baby, I love it. This is my desk that I had revamped. It was in bad shape. This was actually something that I had found in a basement of an apartment where I used to live, and it was in bad shape, and of course it needed a little love, so I decided to paint it pink. And the front of the drawers I decoupage with this cool paper from one of my paper stacks, and I put new pulls on it that I got from Marshall's. This little adorable heart-shaped seat is from Target. I love it. I thought it went so well with the desk, and it fits right under there perfectly. And so I just put a couple of my items on here, my brushes, and it was perfect. I actually decluttered a lot of my makeup before I moved because I realized I don't use a lot of it. So I actually stopped buying a lot of makeup as I did before, and it feels so good. It feels amazing. This little Rascal cart, this is a Pinterest hack, and I was dying to do this, and I finally got around to it. The unicorn lamp is from Target. I decided to put a bunch of books there. This is hubby's perfumes and things, catch-all tray and stuff, and then on the bottom I have more books. But I think it looks so cute. I love that it's like a little library and a little nightstand all at the same time. I like that it has the 3 little shelves to put whatever you desire. And this little box I actually decoupaged too from pretty wrapping paper from, where is it from? From Marshall's. And it was one of my son's diaper boxes that I just upcycled, and I decided to use as my file holder. I still have to figure out a bunch of stuff, like for example these boxes, they have things and I haven't figured out where to put them, but I'm probably going to keep them in the boxes like this, and I'm just going to put pretty paper so they don't look unsightly. And you know, I don't really have a lot of storage here. The closets are very limited, so I need to figure out, you know, creative ways to store things. And then this baby, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I love this painting. I found it at the thrift store for $2. $2. I was beyond excited. I love it so much. The colors are perfect. It's just so me. I loved it. So always look in your thrift stores. If things don't appeal to you, remember you can always paint them. You can always, I mean, obviously this is a painting, you can't really do much to it, but like furniture and things like that, you can always clean it. You know, think a little bit outside the box, and I guarantee I've found many treasures in the thrift stores. And then these little lanterns, they were gifted to me by a friend, so I decided to hang them. I love to hang things on the ceiling. I feel like it gives it a fun, whimsical effect. And then here, this is my bureau, and this I also found in a thrift store years ago. It came with a huge mirror and 2 nightstands for $100, and it's solid wood. It's not like IKEA fake wood that's gonna fall apart in one move. This will withstand years and years and years, and you can hand it over to your children, to your children's children. I mean, it will go through it all. So I love this piece. And I've thought about painting it, but I kind of like, you know, it's kind of faded and, I don't know, vintage look. So maybe I won't mess with it. This fan I found at Ross when I was in Florida a couple years back, and I love it. I think it was only like $20. And it works beautifully. It's rose. How beautiful is that? This I got from Michael's, and I just put one of my headbands there. I love skulls and sugar skulls and things like that. This was just one of the cases that I made. I think it's on my channel. These are just my perfumes. These are my lovely perfume bottles that I put on a mirror, and I just used it as a holder for my perfumes. This I found at Michael's, and I believe they still have them, and right now they're 50% off. It's a little unicorn dish for like your little jewelry and your rings and things like that. I actually made this. This was just a basic cork bulletin board, and I decided to give it new life, again using that same wrapping paper. I love that wrapping paper. I love it. And so I decided to use it there, and I trimmed it with some lace, and then I hung up these thumbtacks from Dollar Tree that already have that little hook on it. And so I put all my necklaces and things there, and I love how that looks. And then for my favorite piece in the entire room is this wall right here. The "You Are Magical" sign is from Target. I also had hauled that some time ago. The actual unicorn I mounted to this frame. The unicorn is from Target. It was about $19.99. The actual frame was $24.99. Now, I usually don't spend that much on something that, you know, I'm trying to use for decoration. But I love this piece so much, and I felt like this frame was just perfect for it because I was looking for the perfect frame to mount this unicorn on. So it was a little bit challenging to figure out how to mount it because the unicorn itself is a little bit heavy. So what I did was use some Velcro and then some of the heavy duty command hooks so that it would stay in place on that plastic part, because that's not glass, it's actual plastic. So I love how it looks. And then the frame, again from IKEA for $24.99, and the paper that you see on there is another wrapping paper roll from Marshall's. I love it. I just love it. And the crown, it's a flower crown that I had made some time ago, and I thought she looked so adorable on there. I haven't named her. Let's think of a name that we can name this baby, because I still haven't named her and I really want to name her. But I am really excited how my room turned out. Basically, I want to inspire all of you to just use what you have, think out of the box when you're decorating, and really, excuse me, take your own style into ideas. Like if you put a bunch of stuff together, they usually go because that's your style. So start with something basic. Like for me, it was this bedspread. I already knew that I wanted to paint the room pink, and from there, I just grabbed all the colors that I could, and they all work together. And so I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I hope I have inspired some of you, and give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. I'd love to have you in my butterfly garden. And thank you for watching. Bye. Fly free, butterflies.